Howdy, 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 and welcome to another episode of the Dirt Info Podcast. If you could help us reach our 2026 goals by hitting the follow button down there, it'd be so greatly appreciated. And also, while you're down there, maybe the like too. Awesome, perfect. And with that, we'll just go ahead and jump into our first segment, and it's called.
It's called Stylin and Profile.
Thanks, Rick. I gotta get better at the
I
button
was
this
gonna
year.
say you gotta get way better at the awkward silences.
I was like, crap, that's my job too. Take a
Uh,
couple weeks off, man.
I got one. We discussed. We don't think I did this one yet. The Jason Fager dome shirt. Hope we didn't do this one in the light. There we
I don't
go.
think we did.
And you can't really see it, but the like lettering. Can you see it?
Oh,
No,
I
there's like
did
a
when you.
gold sparkle on it, which
Okay.
I don't want a ton of sparkles, but I do like that little touch to the shirt. I think that's a really nice touch.
Yeah, I agree. I have one like that too. Incidentally enough, it's a Tyler Carpenter shirt. It's the Back to the Future one with a bunch of sparkles on it, and so um, it doesn't get worn as much as the others because of it. You just you don't want sparkles all the time. But anyway, I'm having a bit of a crisis of confidence whether or not I've done this one, but we're gonna roll with it. So anyway, I went with the support your local dirt track shirt from Bitchin' Fast. Um,
I
to be
think is
completely
it
honest,
Mississippi Thunder on the shirt?
it is Mississippi
You
Thunder
did
on
do
the
this
shirt.
one.
Okay, and that's fine. I mean, the reason I grabbed it, truth be told, was just like it felt like the right shirt for this time period. I don't know. I mean, where I'm at, dude, the air is heavy. I'm just gonna say that, and so I just want to support your local. Is just a good message right about now. So I wanted to wear it. So anyway, we had the Wild West Shootout this past weekend, but I'm gonna be completely honest. I watched way more NFL football than I did racing. Um, I don't know if you watched quite as much, but I do just want to say that was one of the coolest wild card weekends I've seen in a long time.
I didn't
I
really
mean,
watch much of either because I was busy, but I definitely still did watch more football than racing. Like the few times where I was free, I was pulling up football on my phone versus racing. I don't really care. I feel like the Wild West Shootout is just not something like there's a lot of good cars and stuff, but I just don't care about it. I don't know.
I it took I agree with you kind of, but tough for us to say as we're going to talk about it here in a minute. But it's like I found myself on Saturday being like, "Oh, it's kind of neat this is on." I actually did turn it on like for heat races, I think, just to like kind of jump in. I maybe watched one or two heats and I'm like, the football game's getting good." And so then I just switched over to the NFL game on Saturday. I can't even remember the order in which they happened. They just all were fourth
Uh,
quarter games.
it was
That
Panthers,
was the
Rams, and then
Yep, that
Bears,
was the one.
Packers on
Yep,
Saturday.
Panthers Rams is the one I switched out of there to watch the conclusion of that, and that was a pretty cool game. And then I just stuck around for the Bears game. And both Saturday and Sunday, it kind of worked out truthfully that like as soon as football was done, the features were starting for the Wild West Shootout. So I
Oh
just
yeah.
watched football all day and switched over and watched the features. So
Of course,
uh,
the one day I was able to watch the most of was Sunday night, and that was the worst playoff game out of the four that were
yeah,
on the
that one.
weekend.
Yeah, yeah, 5. There was 5 total. Of the 5 games you could have watched, you
Well,
picked
there's
the
no,
one that wasn't in
was
a
there five? Oh, there's three on Saturday, wasn't there? What was the first one? Was there
there's
th
2 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday.
oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And then there's one on
So,
right now, so that's why my
yep.
lighting is terrible because I got football over here and the Chili Bowl over here. So
That's fair enough. What is the score?
7-6.
Oh, it's another tight one.
Yeah.
We better
It,
hurry up.
it, 11 minutes left in the third quarter. The
Okay.
Texans are in the red zone.
Oh, cool, cool. So it's another good game. So anyway, to my point, that kind of captured more of my attention. Like I said, the Wild West Shootout. It was cool to have racing on again. It's been about a month since we've had late models around, so it was cool to have them. Um, Overall, though, I do think a little. I agree with you. Like it's a cool enough event, but um, it almost sort of serves as background noise instead of like a premier
Yep.
event that you have to tune into. It's just like, hey, if you've been missing racing, we got We got some good
That's
racing out here.
kind of how it is. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Wednesday when I'm home, that's what like it'll be on, but it'll be background noise. Honestly, it might not be. I might put the Chili Bowl on over it. Like if because
Yeah.
I couldn't get it to work on my laptop Sunday, and if I'm I don't know playing Xbox or whatever I may be doing, and I only have one TV, I'll probably put the Chili Bowl on over the Wild West Shootout.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I'm gonna be at a wrestling meet, so I don't know that I'll make a call either way. um, truthfully, but yeah, I don't know. I kind of stumbled upon it as we were talking through it, but I did see some of the chatter is like the show just runs so long and it just seems so casual. I'll be honest. If you're watching football all day long, and I wasn't like strapped to the couch watching it, it was on in the background, or I'd be doing something and be like, oh hell, this game's close. Let's tune in for the fourth quarter or whatever. I've officially reached that age where I no longer have to watch the whole game. I'm like the guy who's like, NBA games, it's just the last 2 minutes that count. Or NFL games, it's just the fourth quarter that you have to watch. That's me now, apparently. You just have to watch the fourth
That's
quarter.
how I am with racing. Well, on streaming, that's how I'm with racing. I don't really care about the
Yeah.
heats now. It's just I just give me the features. Oh,
I'm
that's all I
right
care
there with
about.
you. Yeah, I mean, 5 years ago, I would have probably strapped in for just about any race I was gonna watch. That would have been I'd had to be there to watch qualifying so I could get my dirt draft lineup in, and then I might be able to like step away and make dinner or whatever, but it's gonna be on in the background, and as soon as I'm able to go watch it again, I'm gonna pick it up wherever it is in the show, and I'm gonna watch it all the way to the end. Now, I mean, I might tune in to watch the feature if I time it right. I might catch the highlights on you know, on YouTube the next day if I'm like super interested in what happened. So I don't know. It's just a different perspective, I guess.
I think the
Um,
only thing I still look forward to is Saturday of the Chili Bowl. Like I'm gonna have to work Saturday morning, but as soon as I get home, I'll turn it on because I like watching the soup. But there's like kind of storylines in there most of the time, unless sometimes no one really makes a run. But usually,
yeah,
like yeah, I don't really care about qualifying for like a late model show or like when Speed Week start up. I don't care if I miss qualifying or some heats. Uh,
yeah,
but the Chili Bowl is like the one exception, Saturday of it.
100%. I'm actually sitting here going, I wonder what I'm going to do on Saturday because my boys are going to Florida with their mom for for the long weekend. They're going to be gone for 6 days, so I'm like going to have all this free time, and my Saturday of the Chili Bowl looks different for the first time in 3 years. The last 2 years, I've kind of been strapped to a desk having to do social media hits for dirt draft throughout the day for their soup contests and stuff, and I've been relieved of those duties. um, and that's a positive, I think, for both of us. So that's good. Not to say that I'm not still in contact with those guys and helping out where I can, but I think it was just time for someone else to step up and me to focus on other stuff. I didn't mean for that to come up, but I was just having a realization as we're sitting here. I'm going, this would be the first time in 3 years. Like, if I want, I can just plop on the couch and just get totally, elbows deep in the soup and
Yeah.
just have,
There's not even
you know,
football on Saturday. I think they're all on Sunday, aren't they? Or is there Saturday games?
there's Saturday
Oh, there
again.
is. That's
Yeah,
the championship where they're both on Sunday,
yeah,
which
yeah,
I'll have that on too. So
yeah. That is a separate topic maybe for next week. That is the single best weekend of NFL football is championship weekend. It is the four best teams playing in gotta have it games. It's better than the Super Bowl, 100%. The
yeah, I
Super
don't
Bowl is a better
really.
spectacle, but for the actual football, the championship weekend is the
I think I'd
best
rather
single
miss the
one.
Super Bowl than like wild card weekend. Honest, I don't half the time we get to the Super
You
Bowl,
just
like I don't.
missed wild card
I
weekend.
know, but if I had to pick one, like I don't really care that much. It's like we get to the Super Bowl, it's like I don't really care. I mean, every now and then, like the last one I really had interest in was Bengals and Rams because it was like two newer teams, I guess. I mean, so this year I might be interested because all like the teams that have been in it are already eliminated the past few years. Chiefs aren't in, Eagles lost. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
Niners could make it, but they haven't won it, so I'd kind of be like rooting for them a little bit, I guess, if they did make it.
yeah,
Depending who
yeah.
else is in there, but
Yeah. Well, the best quarterback left because his name is Josh and for no other reason. Josh Allen. Um, he has man, that guy's got some pressure. I've been just thinking about like everyone's like, no, to your point, none of the Hurts is out. Mahomes never made it. Burrows didn't make it. Jackson didn't make it. Everyone's like, he's got to win it this year. That's an extra kind of pressure. So
Yeah,
that is one of my storylines in the playoffs. It was cool to see him sort of gut out that win this past weekend, and kind of rooting for the Bills a little bit. So hopefully he pulls
who
up to it.
who do I want to win it? I'm trying to think who's still left. I don't want the Bears to win it. That's like the one team I want to see lose. After once they're out, I don't really care who wins it. Um, yeah,
I don't know.
Bills would be cool.
You kind of hinted at the Niners is one you thought would be neat.
Yeah,
So
Niners. I kind of I kind of want Seattle to lose just because then we don't look as dumb for letting go Sam
so you
Darnold.
don't have to see Sam. Yeah, that would be gutting to see
Yeah,
Sam Darnold win a championship.
honestly, any of the
Uh,
AFC teams, I'd be fine with the Patriots winning. I never really hated the Patriots, even when Brady was there. But I was also younger, like when they were
I
really winning.
hated the Patriots. I will say this for selfishly, I will prefer that the Patriots don't win the Super Bowl because I don't want Xavier to be coming after me about my hot take that I didn't think Drake May was the best quarterback in that draft. So I'd like to avoid that.
Who? Oh, the Broncos. Oh, I don't want the Broncos to win it. I don't like Sean Payton, so they can lose too.
They can lose too. All right. Sounds like we're kind of rooting for the Niners and the Bills. We'll check in next week. I didn't mean to get that derailed, but that was my weekend, right? That was
Yeah.
my weekend was melding these two things. Um, I do want to touch on a couple of storylines in like late model before we talk more specifically about the Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West. I'm Will Smith in it. That's a Will Smith song. Anyway, before we talk about the Wild West Shootout. But I thought there was some interesting like tour decisions that came out. And the one that I saw and I was like, "Oh, this has got to ruin Carter's whole season." Is the Fun Tour is indefinitely on hiatus.
I was okay with it. I thought that was cool that he joined the Outlaws.
Oh, I thought you were bummed. You were a big fan of the Fun Tour. You like
I
seeing
mean, I
him out
did,
at
but
some random
I
stuff.
think him being on the Outlaws will be. I would have been bummed if he went to Lucas, but him being on the Outlaws, I think is kind of cool.
Okay, interesting. So the choice mattered a little bit to you.
Yeah.
Is it just partly because you're hoping to get fireworks with Bobby Pierce?
No. Well, one now, Tyler. That's one more car that'll be at 141. I don't even know how many. I might only be at one of those days, but I don't know. The Outlaw Tour is just. I like that one way more than Lucas. Like they go to way more tracks that I like. I think that's all it is.
Interesting. I've always been a bit more of a Lucas guy. I think more because of the drivers, a little less than the events. Um, but I've always, at least recently, I've kind of leaned toward like I feel like I get a better product with them. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah,
Watching the
I know with
races,
the Outlaws, you still know Pierce is usually going to win, but I just like the tracks they're at. Like I feel like
fair
I don't
enough.
know. Like I don't care about a lot of the tracks Lucas goes to.
Interesting. Well, especially because I mean it's the same ones for the most part over and
Yeah, it
over.
doesn't change. I think that's what it is. This doesn't change, which I know we've talked about before, but they added what like a couple. I know they added a few
A
new
few.
tracks this year, but yeah, Lucas is or Outlaws are always added new ones and kind of like going to like a rotating kind of sketch. Like Humboldt's like there every couple of years and it's gone and then it's back.
Yeah,
Like I kind of like what they're doing over there.
fair enough. It is the variety is the spice of life, so that does make sense that would um be part of the fact is why one would like them more. I should like them more because they're definitely they're actually in our area.
Yeah, I think that's
Like,
part of it too. Like I have a way better chance of seeing the Outlaws than I do Lucas.
yeah, I mean, I actually see them at least 3 or 4 times a year between the Dairyland Delight, the USA Nationals, and the Go
Mississippi
for
Thunder.
50.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I
So
think the last time I saw Lucas was 2021. No, it was 23 actually. The only reason I saw him though was we were in Iowa and the race rained out, so we drove like 4 hours for a postponed Farmer City show. That was the only reason I even saw him. If it wasn't for that, I don't even know the last time I saw him. Might have been when they came in my area in like 2016.
okay, you never did make it to Deer Creek when they were doing the
My
Gopher.
first
I
time
saw.
Deer Creek was a few couple months ago.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that. Yeah, so it would have been impossible to see them at Deer Creek prior
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
besides that rained out, that postponed Farmer City, Illinois Speed Week show, last time I saw him would have been Oh no, 141. They went to 141 in like 2018. I think that would have been the last time I saw him for like a full show because that Farmer City one was like three B mains and two features. We drove like 4.5 hours for that, but it was better than sitting in the hotel in Marshalltown, Iowa.
There's that. There's that. I'm thinking I've only actually been to 3 Lucas shows. Just random fact while we're talking about it. Twice at Deer Creek, and then I did go to the first year that they had the Silver Dollar Nationals at Huset's. I went as well. Um, and I think I saw most of the show because like I got there at the end of the heats because they did that was when they have the heats and then feeds into the bees and whatever. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
I got there. I was there long enough to watch the heats and then be evacuated out and then come back and watch the whole second show too.
Oh,
So
because they yeah they had that
yeah, they
huge
did it all
rainstorm.
in one.
Okay.
Yep, yep. So I think I saw primarily most of that show. But anyway, we got off on tangents, but it would be weird that I like them. I think it honestly, my like for them or my preference for them is from a viewing, like a sitting on the couch perspective. Obviously, in person, the only thing I can only
Yeah,
see
in
how.
person, it's
Yeah.
honestly in person. I think I'd rather see Lucas if they like if I had to pick one to come to my tracks. But like just watching it, I just like the tracks Outlaws go to.
Such a weird way that we're getting to these answers, but it shows the difference in what people prefer in their dirt racing or how they pick their favorites. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not going to stump for either one of these. Like, we're not going to have a knockdown drag out debate over who's better. I just think it's cool to just to kind of explore why we like what we like. But anyway, the other piece of information that I thought was interesting is that Jonathan Davenport isn't going to be following a tour, and I think the reason I find it somewhat interesting is first the last time he did this he made $2 million. So maybe I think maybe the coffers were low and he just he needed to make a little extra cash, so he's going outlaw for not outlaws, just outlaw schedule
Yeah.
for a year to get the coffers up. And then the other thing that caught my eye about the announcement is he mentioned that he was excited to go watch his son Blaine's fishing tournaments. And I just want to point out, I too have a son on a fishing team, and I've never once felt like going to watch his fishing tournaments because I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to do that.
Can you even see them? Like, are they on a boat
I
or are they on
mean,
like a dock?
I no, they're on a boat. So I
Oh,
mean, I don't have a boat to follow him around, so that's out as an option. Maybe JD does, and that's the plan. Or maybe JD's the boat captain, which is not. I don't have a boat, so I can't be a boat captain. So I'm out on that too. Um, or he's just gonna like hang out at the boat launch or on the shore and
binoculars.
just cheer. Just yeah. I mean, I might be a shitty dad for have never even considered this as an option, but
Just swim out there next time,
yeah.
scaring all the
I mean,
fish away.
it's
I'm just here to watch.
early. Yeah. They get started early, man. 5:30, like launch time. So like that's commitment. Good for
Just
JD, man.
you just need to get one of those like things you can float in with like a cup holder on it and just tie yourself
Like
to the
I'm
boat.
tubing down the river, but I just got like a little paddle to get out by him. Go, Xavier, go. Dad, you're scaring the fish.
One of the kids hooks your thing, pops your little floaty.
Anyway, all right. Well, getting down to business, the Wild West Shootout was got kicked off this past weekend. Um, Car count wasn't an issue. They got something like 160, 170, maybe more. I think I wrote it down, but 46 super late models, 65 mods, 50 X mods, not bad. Um, the track was you didn't get to see much, but
No,
the track was
it looked like it raced good with the late models.
it
I don't
did
know,
race pretty solid with the late
which
models.
I thought the late mods would be okay. I was the mods and the X mods. I was curious how it would race with them. Were they like around the top the whole time, or
No,
could they run the bottom? They could actually run
they
the
could run
bottom.
the
Okay,
bottom.
well that's a
Yeah.
plus.
The bottom was rutted up either intentionally or unintentionally, but it made for a fast line
Yeah,
if you
I
could get
remember
around the bumps
watching
or
the
through the
late model
bumps.
feature. I think
Yeah,
Hudson caught that rut a few times on Sunday.
yeah,
Like got on two wheels a little bit.
yeah. But there's was speed in them their holes, so like,
Yeah,
sometimes they'd hit it. The appeared as the features went out, they'd look to miss it. I thought it was interesting, at least, especially with the late models, that the line constantly changed. That was cool. Is there was speed to be found. It wasn't like one lane or even two lane racing. It was like every lap was a slightly modified line looking or searching for maximum speed. So I appreciated that. It made for good racing. Um, on the mod side, it was tough to say if it was good racing because Cade Dill just kicked everyone's ass. So um, I think the rest of the pack did okay to chop it up, and we had a lot of guys coming from far back forward. And then in the X mods, Blake Adams won both. The reason I'm bringing it up though is he had to make passes for the win in
Yeah.
both. He had to get around Kenny Schrader and Mr. Rob Mosley in two different races. So um, it raced pretty solid, I would
Hey,
say, all
I'm
things
fine with
considered.
that. I'm glad it didn't
Yeah,
race bad. I mean, I only watched like a couple shows from there on streaming, and both times I was like, it's okay. I don't think I was a huge fan of, but it also wasn't like huge, like super stacked fields either. It was like more local with a few out of state guys, so that might have been part of it too. You don't have all these super good guys out there.
yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Or the super good equipment, right? Not
Yeah,
knocking anybody, but these guys are bringing like the top of the line stuff. Um, yeah, so I did notice on Saturday the surface seemed to be eating a lot of tires, but on Sunday it didn't appear that that was a factor. So they maybe have got that figured out. Um, that was going to be one of my like I took a little bit of notes on Saturday, and that was like going to be one of my storylines to watch. But Sunday it didn't turn out. But yeah, I guess the only thing I didn't mention otherwise was RTG. So we made picks. I said JD was gonna sweep. That definitely was a busted pick. Do you remember who you picked to
yeah. I
win?
picked Pearson Hudson, so I got one right.
You got one right. And at one point it looked like you could have nailed it. Huddy led both features at one point in time, and Sunday he had to get it around Bobby. Um, at one point as well.
Yeah,
So like you were close. JD was a non-factor on Saturday and he sort of faded on Sunday. So I was out in left field. But how about we do this for that? I don't know. Before we have a little fun, I do want to bring up so I had mentioned going into this show, I was curious what the Wissota, Minnesota contingent would look like. It turns out it was pretty solid. I mean, I mentioned some of them up top, but like Blake Adams won both of the X mod features over the weekend, and he ended up taking seventh, and then ended up actually finishing second on Sunday in the mods
oh,
as
because
well.
two guys got DQ'd,
Because
Dillard and
you guys got
Sorensen.
DQ'd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Did we
one
ever
and
figure
was the
out what
second guy.
Dillard's was? We know Sorensen was a muffler.
Yeah, I didn't. I haven't seen it as of recording, so I
We'll
don't.
probably find
If it
out
does or
Wednesday if we pay enough
yeah,
attention. I'm sure they'll
probably.
mention it.
Probably, probably. So, but yeah, so Blake Adams is out there kind of kicking tail at the Wild West Shootout. And then Jake Smith is a guy we talked a bunch about during last year's IMCA Winter Nationals, which we probably intend to have wall to wall coverage of that again this year too. um, but Jake Smith, one from our area, so worth mentioning. Two, passed a bajillion and one cars. Dude started in the 20s or back in both features, and I know he came home second in the first and Saturday, and I think he came home third on Sunday. So just passed like 20 some odd cars in both features. So to give you an indication of how it raced,
Yeah,
I mean,
raced
good
good.
enough. Yeah,
I'm glad.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want it to race bad. It's the few times I saw it, I wasn't too
No,
impressed. So I'm
I
happy it's
I
racing good.
I mean, to be fair, our on podcast conversation, you were just saying the what little bit I've seen, I'm curious going in. So that's the take I'm
Yeah.
taking. So not so much that you were wrong, but more so that it was just that was a question going in, and that's we got an answer, and it was a pretty good one, I think. So um and then as far as just, I mean, Dustin Strand ended up showing up in a mod, and he started on the front row on Sunday. Unfortunately, TPO, we knew he was going to be there. He's done for the event. I don't know if you
Oh, he
saw that, but
is?
he's
I
done.
didn't see that.
Yeah, they something in the oil line, oil filter, oil pump, oil system. They made a repair, and then they checked something else, and there was metal shavings in it, so they're toasted for the remainder of the event. He said.
That sucks, especially
Um,
because he was one of the few that had a whole wrap and stuff done.
Yeah, he went the whole extra effort to have a wrap. Um, I hope he gets
Just
best appearing car.
give the panels to Turbo or something. They're both number one. He can throw it
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, right. They both run rockets too. So,
Exactly.
uh, yeah, so they should just bolt right on. Um, but yeah, anyway, so that's kind of the roundup for the local guys. You mentioned Sorensen, he from Minnesota, from generally our area. He did he did get DQ'd for losing a muffler. That's kind of a shitty rule, but I guess I get it. But he started with a muffler. It
Yeah.
broke off during the race, and then he was DQ'd because he did not finish the race with the muffler. So
Oh
them's the
well.
breaks, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so the Minnesota Wasota guys are down there kind of throwing down. I was glad I brought them up. I'm glad I defended them when we were talking about Kenny Schrader and racing in multiple sanctions at once. That reminds me, did you ever look that up? Did he ever?
So, well, I mean, I could only look back so far in my race pass. The closest
Fair
I
enough.
found, I mean, there's been many years where he did USRA, UMP, IMCA. There was only one year that I could find, and it was 2019, where he did with Soda. He ran a mod at Victory Lane Speedway in like Canada or whatever. And then he ran UMP and IMCA. But of course, that was like the one year he didn't run a USRA show. But he ran a mod at Springfield, which they weren't, they, at least on my, it didn't say on my rate. I know they're not now, but maybe back then they were, but it didn't show that they were sanctioned. But like
Okay.
it was mainly USRA guys there, so he might have technically had like a USRA car, but they might have also just allowed UMP guys to run it. So I don't know for sure, but it wasn't a
We're
sanctioned.
counting
I don't. Yeah,
it.
it was the closest thing I found. I'm sure. I'm sure at some point in the last before MRP he may have done it or something. But
Oh, I'm sure of it, but no, that's a heck of a lot of digging you did actually. You even went so far as to figure out who else was at Springfield and
well,
if
with my race pass, it wasn't too hard. Just click on the.
just trying to give you credit. I understand the somewhat ease, but you took the initiative. It was a good thing. Anyway, um, uh, that was pretty. I think that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna. We made predictions last week. You did better than me. There's more shows after this episode comes out. I'm not gonna bother with all that. The 25,000 to win show, the nightcap, the one that or the series cap, the one that I think RTJ is back for.
I
Let's
don't
just
think
pick a
he's
winner for
coming
that one.
back. From what I read, he was only going to that one, and maybe he. There's like a chance he might come back, but like it's nothing confirmed.
I mean, he did just win like 35 grand.
Yeah, but
I
I was
want
just
him
I
more
was
than
reading the article on Dirt, and it's like it was that first one or whatever, the first 25K, and then like maybe he'll come back for the other one.
for the
That's from
last one.
my understanding. And I
Okay.
guess I didn't know this. I guess Daniel Adams' dad is like he was the one flying him back like back to Tulsa.
Oh,
Yeah,
like not pay, like actually just flying the
he's a
plane.
pilot. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I thought like, oh, that's interesting.
That's kind of neat.
And
I
then
mean,
yes, so
yeah.
because I know I think his name's Joe Adam. He was like, yeah, if for some reason he's in a humane or whatever Saturday and he wants to come back, we'll come get him. We'll get him back here.
Wow. Huh. Well, for some reason, I think I even misquoted it last episode, but I for some reason I thought he was going to be at the bookends at least the two big shows. So, and even Ben Shelton even said, "Well, I have a strong suspicion we might see him again." So
Oh, okay.
I don't
So
know.
it sounds like
There's
he'll
a
probably be
chance.
back
There's
then.
a chance. I'll say there's a chance, um, but I don't know. Let's pick a winner. I'm gonna go for. I usually let you go first. I'm gonna go first, and I am going to pick Turbo. I think
I'm gonna
Turbo's gonna get a big win.
I'm gonna pick Mike Marlar.
Oh, I like that.
I think if
I
I
like
from
that.
the sort of paying attention, I feel like he got the second on Sunday, right?
He
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
So and he's back in the Dell car, which is like the one he was good in. So
Yeah.
by two more or three more shows from now, I think he'll be winning.
I'd be pleased to be wrong and you to be right. Um, but yeah, also I was gonna mention it feels a lot better with Mikey Marlar in that
Yeah, I agree.
blue blue and yellow Del car up
I
front, man.
I wanted his merch when he was in that car, and then he left. Like I just liked the color car look. Then he left it, and I was like, oh, now I don't want his merch now, and now I can buy it again now that he's back in it.
Your patience paid off.
I guess like I should have just bought one when he like after he left it and it was super cheap because now he's back in it, so it would have still been accurate.
Do you think they just mark all that stuff back up to regular price? I mean, I'm surely they don't. Sponsors change and everything, but it's just an interesting thought. Um, but anyway, the other show that was going on this past weekend that I mentioned as a one for the road last weekend, but worth checking back in was the Texas Showdown at I-37 Speedway. We got 26 mods and 20 stocks, so
It went up throughout the weekend though.
it did. It
Okay,
did.
yeah, because weren't they up to like 30 something mods on like the weekend? I swear they were up. I thought they were up pretty high. Were they not?
I
I don't
don't
know.
think so. I mean, maybe I looked at the wrong days. Admittedly, I was going a little bit cross-side while I was doing it. Um, but anyway, while you check on that, I'll do this. So we had four shows of note. They did have a sweet bonus up, but it
Oh,
didn't look like
they had
anyone was able to
31
get
on
it done.
Friday.
Did they?
Yep.
Okay, nice. I thought I wrote down the highest number I could find, but I screwed that up. But anyway, they did have a sweep bonus for either the stocks or the mods. Shelby Williams almost got it if he'd have won the first one. He did sweep the three remaining shows.
And they
Um,
actually, so I saw on Facebook they were going to be done for the weekend. They broke something um in his car and they were going to be done like after Wednesday. And then
really?
yeah, so I don't know if he got a new car, like a switched cars or what it was, but he wasn't even supposed to run the other ones.
Oh, I
So
guess
that's
I didn't
why,
catch
yeah, that's why he probably didn't win the first one because
that. Interesting. Well, I did see that he was there. We had sort of talked about it last year. He was running like a home built stock car. He was not there in that. He was there in a BHE car. I saw a snippet that had mentioned that. So I wanted to throw that out there because that was a storyline we had last year. But and then Cameron Starry did win Wednesday's stock car feature. So that's kind of the stock car side of things. On the mod side of things, it actually a pretty star-studded list of winners. So Isaac, we had Cody Laney win on Wednesday, Isaac Malakote on Thursday. Friday was Jordan Grabowski, and then Saturday was Stephen Whitaker Jr. So that's pretty solid four dudes.
and
So that
Grabowski wasn't even there. Like I guess I don't know if they had a post like, oh, like we got a call from so and so to drive their car, so now we're like I don't know if it was a thing like it actually just happened and he flew down there or if it was like they had it planned, but
planned. Okay.
yeah, I think he got there on was it third? He wasn't there the first night, I don't think. I don't know if he was there Thursday or not. But yeah, he showed up in someone else's car and won.
Right on. I actually when I saw him on the list of winners, I was like, I am quite confident he wasn't there on Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
So, all right, you confirm my suspicion because no matter how much I felt that, I was not doing the legwork to find out. No matter what you say about it, it's just a couple of clicks in MRP. I wasn't doing it. All right. I got the information I needed and I was on with it. Anyway, anyway, so that's kind of all the racing that was this past weekend. And honestly, we could try to hype up the Wild West Shootout, but we hit on all of the more or less storylines up top. We may see a couple guys come and go, but other than that, like who's there is there, and the racing will be halfway solid. And if you want to check in after the NFL games, the features will probably be starting. Just throwing it out there. But otherwise, we do have the Chili Bowl. You're watching it actually
Yeah, there's a
now.
commercial on both things right now. So
All right, all right. Again, I guess a little bit different Chili Bowl experience for me than the last couple of years, but I'm filming this podcast instead of worrying about all that. Um, the one thing I did notice they had first time ever with entries starting with a 4. They
yep.
got to 400 entries this year, so that's pretty rad. Um, anything else? I mean, you
Uh
got any storylines for this?
this
I
isn't storyline, but I did see when I was doing the My Race Pass Fantasy, there was a guy from Minnesota there with a stock car as a profile picture. So I clicked on it, like, oh, that's kind of strange. It's just like it's a guy that runs like Arlington and stuff, like in Minnesota. It's just it never runs a midget, but obviously there's guys that'll rent a ride. So I just thought that was
what's the
kind of cool.
name?
What is his name? We'll do
Oh
some.
no,
We'll
on air research.
hold
No.
on. Oh, oh, I have heard his name. Brody Enter is his name.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
he runs. Oh no, sorry, he runs sport mods. Well, his profile picture is a stock car, but he runs sport mods.
well, he just keeps getting cooler and cooler.
Was he there when I was there? He was. Oh, he won when I was there at
Oh.
Arlington.
That's probably why you remember the name. You wrote it down at least once. That's a good storyline. We're rooting for that guy for sure.
Look how he's. Let's see how he took 14th in the C feature. Hey,
You know
he'll
what?
put on a show on Saturday.
He's sandbagging to start. All right, exactly. You know what? It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And he's got a whole Saturday to make up for how he started.
You can watch the soup just for that.
Yeah, there we go. Cody Enter, you said?
Brody.
Brody Enter. All right. We're rooting for you, Brody. Saturday's your day, buddy. Um, anyway, I don't really have much in the way of storylines, except for one, and I think I'll just get to it when we make our pick. So I like this new idea that I've foisted upon you if we pick winners for stuff. Um, so we're gonna pick a winner for the Chili Bowl. I stole the Wild Wild West Shootout pick, so I'll let you go first on this one.
I'll just go with Christopher Bell. Just my reasoning is because when I saw him at the coin, he was looking very fast until he broke something. So I'm just gonna assume he's still fast.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. A name everyone knows. Probably just a homer pick. I don't know why I'm calling it that, but anyway. Um, so before I make a pick, I'm gonna make a preliminary pick. I'm most rooting for not Kyle Larson. That is the number one thing I'm rooting for is not Kyle Larson to win. Second from that, I debated if I should pick Jet Nunley based on what we learned about Jet last week.
Is he even is he running? For some reason I thought he like withdrew after that.
I don't know. I saw one of the things I was
I thought it
looking
was. I
at.
didn't even think it was. I
He
thought it
was,
was like something
so I was in him
Yantis or
Friday.
whatever. I thought it was
Was
like
it
some.
Jet Yantis? Did I
Yeah,
write
because
it
if it's
down wrong?
him, if
Oh, it
it's
is Jet
yeah,
Yantis.
he's not even
Yeah.
racing.
Oh man, I screwed up my own joke. You see a guy named Jet, you just assume it's the same one. Anyway, but I do have a real pick. I do have a real pick. I'm gonna go with Ryan Timms, just because he's won all the other cool shows, and he was someone who beat Kyle Larson when he was cosplaying as a dirt racer again. So I want to see him. I want to
He
see
won
him.
the Knoxville Nationals and Larson was that
He
too.
did.
So
That's my point. He won an event when Larson was cosplaying as a dirt racer, so he's the only one who can really do it. So I'm putting all my eggs in his basket to stop him at the Chili Bowl. Exactly my point. Thank you, Carter. Anyway, um, I mean, with that, Carter, that means it's time for.
the one for the road, and there is not much going on, but there is another super late model race happening this weekend. The Southern Thunder Series, which we talked, they're gonna get limited airtime until, for now they'll get some airtime. They are at Waycross for 7,500 to win, and I guess there's nothing else really to pay attention to. So I'll probably look at my race pass, look at the winner, and that'll be it. But I'm sure we'll recognize some names. Maybe like a Hedgecock will be there or something. So
Something like that. Yeah, some of the HTF guys might be there. That series has had. We did try to talk about them a little bit,
yeah,
and they mostly fell off just because like other stuff picked up, and
yeah.
so like we obviously closer to home. But they didn't make it easy on us. I feel like their whole schedule at one point in time was changed to different dates or different tracks or something. So hopefully this season goes a little bit smoother for them.
I know. I think
Uh,
they have some Speed Week races, if I remember right.
I think they
So
did last year too, so that would make sense. Kind of
yeah, so
somewhere
we'll
around
mention them
HTF,
then.
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I can't remember if that Winter Freeze at Screven is them or not.
I
I
think
think
they
it's
tried it to be, but I don't
yeah.
remember if that
I don't
actually
know if it
worked
is.
out or not.
Yeah, and I also think I'm busy that weekend too. So or no, is that in February or January? I don't remember.
You'd have known 2 years ago. That's all I'm saying. You would have 100% known 2 years ago.
It's funny because I even looked at flights out of curiosity like 2 weeks ago. I was like, I could go to this. I'm looking it up. Well, you could
Yeah,
start yours, or if
I'll
you just
do
want to
mine
wait.
as no,
It's okay.
yeah,
It's February.
whatever.
I am busy that weekend.
Oh, was it
Uh,
Valentine's Day weekend?
no, it's the week before. Me and some
Oh.
friends are gonna go up north that weekend, so that's unfortunate
You
because
live in the effing north. What do you mean go up north? There's not
yeah, but
much up north
we can go
past
further. That you guys not call it that there? Like when you go
We
like
do,
okay.
100%. We do, yeah.
Because this part of Wisconsin is way different than like the northern part of Wisconsin. Like this looks different up there compared to here.
Looks more like Canada up there.
Yeah. So it sucks because I wanted to watch the sport compacts there. I could care less about the late model part of that show.
Right on. Um, all right, well, for mine, I sort of previewed it with you before the show, and it is kind of interesting to my point just a second ago, how far north we really are and how much we talk about Hendry County Motorsports Park as the most southernmost dirt track in America. We sure do talk about them quite a bit, but partly because they have stuff going on in July and February or January and February. So thanks, guys. But we've got I guess Crusa has like a winter shootout series going on right now.
Hmm.
And so this Saturday, they're going to be at Hendry County for the third annual Clyde Johnson Heating and Contracting 100. And that's great. That's great racing USA, right? But they're racing for 12,000 to win.
Oh,
So
okay. I
yeah,
wonder if
pretty
that's kind of like because remember the Swamp Cabbage was like a more of a crate
a big
show,
crate race.
but
Yep.
now it's an outlaw show. So I wonder if that's why. I don't know what this paid last year, but I wonder if it pays more this year to kind of make up for.
I dug a little. I don't think they had anything like this on their schedule
Okay.
last year. Yeah. So this is kind of they may have added this to kind of help out Crusoe and then also, to your point, have a crate show and have the Outlaws there. What drew my attention a little bit is that Clyde Johnson Heating and Contracting is a primary sponsor of Eli Johnson, who also announced he was going to be racing for the Outlaws this past week. And I was just kind of like, oh, that makes sense. Like he's got some ties to Hendry County, so he's probably going to be on, out there for at least the first month. I just thought it was interesting, and the reason I bring it up is because I don't know that the Fun Tour is on as much of a hiatus as we talked about before. I could see him just running because you have to pick now. Like
Yeah.
you have to pick up front. So if you're like, I'm only going to be running with these guys anyway, why not just announce for their series and try to like steal a provisional or two and maybe get like a tow money check for a
Yeah.
month
I feel like
too,
they also take enough breaks where you can still kind of you can run the Outlaws a whole bunch. Like you can follow the whole series and then just run other
and
stuff all
still
the time.
the other stuff. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like the Outlaws, like when they're at 141, the Hell Tours in like Illinois and stuff. So like he really could run a bunch of Hell Tour shows and then up until Thursday. I don't know where they are Thursday, but if they're close enough, he could even run Thursday and then truck up to 141, race Friday, Saturday.
Brother, that would be
I mean, it depends if they're
I
where they
mean,
are in
I hear
Illinois, it
you.
wouldn't be that far.
I hear you. It's just that would be interesting.
I mean, he's done
I
stuff
just
like it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I do think with uh kind of maybe it would have been better up top, but it's reminding me now as we talk through some of this information though, it's just like I think we've one of the sort of talking points out there is like the Outlaws are kind of have the better roster this year, at least a deeper roster, sort of based on what we know.
Yeah, I don't think
Um,
they're as top heavy, but I think they have a more like throughout the
yeah,
field, it's more interesting.
yeah, they picked up Turbo, and McCready said he was coming back, and they've got Gustin and Hoffman, and anyway, I think it is a little like more robust through like 4 through 10, maybe
Mhm.
maybe that's the draw. But anyway, I've heard some chatter that that's like the better roster this year, if you will. But I'm seeing some names, and I'm going, there's got to be a play here where just like since we had to pick anyway, I'll run the outlaw shows, their winner circle program, whatever. Maybe by the time we have to make a real decision, I've picked up a a traveling check and had a couple provisionals. I think some guys are doing that now. I mean, that was always the play when you could pick both of them. Now I just think they're doing it, but it's just with one, and we're kind of like, oh my god, this roster is so deep, and it's like, meh. Get to me in March maybe, and we'll see.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of once they go to the Midwest more, because I think don't they kind of stay down there to like Georgia area and like March and stuff? They go to like
Um,
Sonoya or whatever.
yeah, April. I don't. I mean, I know May. The first weekend of May, they're already in Wisconsin. That I know.
Yeah.
So I think they work their way up there from there. But um, don't they have something in Illinois in April? So
Oh
anyway,
yeah, they
April.
have the Illini 100 at Farmer
Yeah.
City. I'm trying to find their schedule. I swear they
Okay.
have some in March. Oh yeah, they're in Tennessee and Mississippi and Alabama and Georgia like all of March, and then they go to the Midwest for Farmer City.
Okay. So maybe get with me in April. And that's my point. I mean, maybe some we always lose guys. That's not. I'm not being like, oh, we're gonna lose two guys, and I'll be like, see, I was right. I'm just going. Turbo and some of these other names, I'm like, I could see.
I
Maybe
don't
I'm
think
making up a strategy or a storyline, but I do think some people might be playing it that way.
I don't think we lose Turbo until like the Hell Tour starts. If we are, I don't think we're gonna lose him honestly. But if we
Like either
do,
way with Lucas.
yeah. But I think if we do lose him, it would be then.
Just over the last 2 years, the disdain he has had for points racing. I mean, I get the
Although, but yet
economics
he was kind of
changed
points racing anyways.
in a way. Yeah, you're not wrong, right? He's doing the Hell Tour, and that was. I mean, although he could go leave for a week and come back and
Yeah,
still.
he would be winning by so much.
anyway, anyway, just random thoughts I think on all that, but anyway, I'm cashed out on fresh ideas and thoughts now, so I think that means we should wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right, that was a terrible transition to the end. That was god awful, but anyway, if you're still watching this point, you've got used to it, so I appreciate you. Thank you so much. We'll catch y'all next week, and thanks for hanging out.
See ya.